unbelievable play here by Dak Prescott. This is exactly what you want to see. We come out on 12 personnel. One running back, two tight ends. We're going to end up motioning Jake Ferguson over to the left side just a little bit. We're trying to see, is this man or is it zone coverage? Initially, we're going to be running a little in-breaking route over the middle. Our tight end's going to run a stop route right over the middle of the linebacker, right? We're trying to get this guy out of the play, and we're also going to run a little bit of a flat from the running back, and we're trying to focus on this linebacker right here. So these two linebackers are focal points of this play, okay? So as we drop back, we're going to quickly look to the right. The reason that we do that is because we want to move these defenders with our eyes, right? If we can get these guys to move over, even if it's one step, it's good enough. Because again, we're running this in-breaking route. We're going to turn our head back. We're going to see that linebacker attached to the running back, and we're going to find Jake Ferguson for a touchdown. Again, watch it. Happens very quick. He's going to start off scanning right. He's going to move those linebackers over. It looks like they're all in sync. Look at point A, point B, and point C here. Look at them. All move over to the right just enough to open up the left side. Quick touchdown. Great ball. This is perfect. Dak Prescott, I'm telling you, it happens so fast. You don't notice it in the game, but this guy's manipulating. He's throwing with anticipation. He is doing everything you want to see in a quarterback. And right now, the Dallas Cowboys rank #1 in the NFL in yards per game. They rank number 32 in the NFL in yards allowed per game. This is the best offense with one of the worst defenses in football that they'll need to fix. Now, I prefer a tie over a loss all day, every day. But they need to figure out how to get some stops defensively. Dak Prescott is not the problem. Nobody wants to admit it, but Dak Prescott is no longer the problem. Dak Prescott is actually one of the best quarterbacks in football right now, and he has been lights out over the past couple of games offensively. It's the defense that is really starting to struggle. I mean, take a look at this play here. We're going to break down a bunch of film, and we're going to look at Dak Prescott. We're going to look at the throws that he's making, the decisions that he's making, okay? First thing that we notice right here to the bottom side, you have George Pickens. He's got inside leverage. You see this DB is just one step to the outside leg of George Pickens, which means running a quick slant over the middle. Our tight end here, Jake Ferguson, his job is to make contact with this linebacker initially to keep him away from this throwing window and to get the ball out early. We're going to take a one-step drop and get the ball out, right? So, boom, one step, ball is out early, right where it needs to be. George Pickens, 14-yard pickup. That is all because we were able to read the defense. We see there's outside leverage from this DB. We know that our guy, Jake Ferguson, is going to make contact with this linebacker to keep him from closing that gap early, and the ball comes out perfectly, and it's placed in a perfect spot to allow him to turn up the field, pick up an extra 5-6 yards on the play. We get a 14-yard pickup, right? But that's just the beginning. Look at the throws that he makes, or we're going to look at them. But before we do so, hit the like button. If you want another one of these videos, if you want me to break down more of the defense, right, see where they are going wrong, let me know. If we get over 1,000 likes on this video, you can expect the part 2 to come out ASAP. So hit that like button, and let's dive in. All right, so this is dirty. When we talk about how good Dak Prescott is, I'll show you this play, okay? This is nasty. So we're in essentially... looks like 11 personnel, one running back, one tight end. Jake Ferguson is going to stop over the middle of the field. We're also going to get a deep in-breaking route at that, basically at the touchdown, at the end zone marker. Now, look at this. You're going to see him change the play at the line of scrimmage here. He loves what he sees, okay? Now, the reason being is we have one eye safety to the right side with no one to the left. It looks like this is potentially man coverage with maybe a mid-read over the middle. Okay, so as we drop back in the pocket, he's first going to look at Jake Ferguson, right? Looks at Jake Ferguson, who's running the stop over the middle. It's going to kind of bring this guy down just a little bit. And we have inside leverage. Look at the inside leverage we have right here. So we love this. We absolutely love it. We just got to get this guy down. This is what we call manipulation. If we can get this guy to bite down, we might be able to fit it over his head into the end zone. So as we drop back, you see him bite up just enough. You freeze him just enough to layer it over his head into the end zone to George Pickens for a touchdown. What else do you want him to do? He manipulates the defense, and then he layers it over the second level of the defender. It's perfect football. And he knows exactly what he's doing, right? Changes the play at the line of scrimmage, reads the defense, says, okay, yep, let's do this. Boom. Looks at Jake Ferguson, freezes the second level, finds him open. Beautiful. Let me go. Sign me up. Dak Prescott, so good. This is the Green Bay Packers stats so far this season. They ranked 12th overall in points allowed per game, but they just allowed 40. They just allowed 40 to the Dallas Cowboys. I think we can fairly assume that this number would probably, if they didn't allow 40, right, before this game, they probably ranked it within the top 8 of defense per or points allowed per game. Okay, Dak Prescott absolutely demoralized them. We can also look at touchdowns per game. That number was probably in the top 5. Right? Yards per carry, I mean, that don't matter. We're talking about Dak Prescott here. 19th in sack percentage. I think this Packers defense was probably top 10 before this game. They did not really get sacks at all on Dak Prescott because he did a good job getting the ball out. Their O-line's good as well. But, dude, I'm telling you right now, this defense is really good. And for those who are going to say, oh, yeah, but they played the Packers. The Packers are a good defense. The Packers have a good defense. So, yeah, also, guys, really quickly, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is completely free, doesn't cost anything. If you want more of these film analysis videos, all you got to do is let me know in the comments down below. Again, it is free. Make sure you guys subscribe. Probably have a defense video coming out soon showing you how bad they were, I guess, in this game. But, yeah, again, hype the video, like the video. Let's dive in. Week 5 of the NFL season is right around the corner. But before we get into that, we have Monday Night Football, 2 games this week, which is amazing because we have a chance to over 1,000 XR money with the Sleeper app. I use it every single day. Now, what's amazing about the Sleeper app is if you use my promo code DUBS, you're going to see it right here, right? Right here. If you use that code, they're going to give you 100% match deposit up to $100 on your first deposit, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100 in bonus funds. Might as well take that, or 50 or 20, whatever you want to put in, they'll match it, right? Now, let me give you my picks for this game. I'm going to start off with Jamar Chase, more than 66.5 receiving yards. I just feel like they're going to be losing. They're going to need it, and he's going to get it. I'm also going to go to J.K. Dobbins, and I'm going to look at his rushing yards. I kind of want to go more than 50. I think that's safe. I think that's fair, so let's do that. Let's also scroll down. Let's go to Jalen Waddle. I like his yards. Let's go 50s kind of high. Let's go more than 40. Right, I think that's fair. And then Darren Waller, I think we saw Jonnu Smith be really heavily focused in this offense. I'm going to go more than 1.5 receptions. That's good. That's a good deal right there. We got 10 for 67. I'm plugging that in. I'm showing you I'm about it. Let me know what you guys put in for tonight or next week, whatever you want. Again, use my promo code. Link will be in the description. Again, use promo code DUBS and you'll get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. All right, unbelievable read here by Dak Prescott. This is what we call a yes-no read, okay? Now, I'm going to explain that in a second. First thing that we notice is we come out in 21 personnel. If you guys don't understand personnel, you can have 21, you can have 20, you can have 10, you can have 11, right? The first number is always going to represent the amount of backs in the backfield. So we have 2 running backs, we have 1 tight end, Jake Ferguson, 21 personnel, and we have a yes-no read situation. What does that mean? Essentially, we have press man coverage to the top side of your screen. We have a 1 high safety look cheating to the opposite side of George Pickens. Sorry. Now, all we're running is a go ball. We're just going, right? And because we like our wide receiver way more than we like your DB, it becomes a yes read where we're throwing this football no matter what. As we drop back, we read the safety just a little bit, and as he starts to trend to the middle, we know we have a lot of space. We know we have a lot of ground. Throw the ball up and allow him to go get it. He puts it high, and George Pickens just makes an incredible throw. Now, the reason we put this thing higher than not higher is because this safety is starting off to the right hash, right? He's got so much ground to make up that we have that ability. We have the opportunity to just put it up there and allow George Pickens to turn this 50-50 ball into a 60-40 ball. And that's what he does. That's what he specializes in, going up and going get these 50-50 balls. Right? Beautiful job, not only by George Pickens, but Dak Prescott putting that on the money, giving his wide receiver a shot to make a play. Here we go again. Another great play here. We're gonna get some go balls down the sidelines. We're also going to get a stop route over the middle. Ends up working out perfectly. This ends up being wide open, but they're going to generate pressure off this side. We're going to chip and release off Micah Parsons off the left side of the offensive line as well. Now, as we snap the ball, offensive line is in a 5-man scat protection, sliding to the left, man-to-man to the right side. Our right tackle gets beat. We avoid the pressure by stepping up inside the pocket again. You see Turpin kind of open up, but at this point, the pressure from the interior is getting to Dak Prescott, where he's not able to make that throw, so he continues to get to the outside. Now, because this safety is playing towards the middle of the field, right, we have what we call yes-no reads. These are one-on-one situations where we want to throw the ball up and let our guys go make a chance. Now, we probably could have hit Kevontae Turpin if he started rolling out to the right side, right? But he kind of just sits there a little bit. It is what it is. Dak Prescott is forced to throw this thing down, but he leads him back down the field, right, to the sideline where no one else can get it, and puts it in a perfect spot where Tolbert's able to get his feet in bounds. If Tolbert wasn't there, no one was getting it. That's the thing I love about this play. Nobody was going to touch this football besides Jalen Tolbert, if anybody at all. What a play there by Dak, and again, he is playing out of his mind. And then we had this play here, which is essentially just a dime from Dak Prescott, where they're in a soft, flat coverage to the outside. We're getting up the sidelines here. Right, you see this guy right here playing the flats. You got a couple of guys dropping back into zone coverages, and because they're playing just so soft coverage here, we're able to layer over that first flat coverage right into the spot where George Pickens is, and then he's able to get up the field, for an extra couple of yards. Dude, I'm telling you, Dak Prescott is different this year. He's used motivation. He understands this has to be the year, and yes, they're 1-2-1, not a record that you'd want, but the offense is great. The defense has a lot of work to do, and maybe they use those picks that they got, or that they got from Micah Parsons, and go trade for someone, because this defense desperately needs a little bit of help. And I don't know. There's still a lot more to break down, but we're going to save that for a part 2. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications for more of these videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.